Hey guys, hope you all have been well. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back. We have a lot to talk about in this video, so you know the drill. Full list of products down below. Discretion, I have cleaned everything. My brushes are all clean, and I kind of spritzed everything here, wiped down all my eyeshadow palettes. I don't know if that's going to be a separate video where I was cleaning my stuff, but that's what I did. So we're ready to rumble and get into some conversations. Bangering. So this break that I've taken was not planned. The title pretty much explains itself. I tested positive for COVID December 9th, but I believe I contracted it earlier. My whole family ended up getting it. At this point, like, we're not even trying to figure out who got what from where. It's been pretty widespread for the past couple weeks, and at this point it's just like, let's get everyone in the family better. We found out first that my dad had it, and then my oldest brother got tested, and then the rest of us got tested 2 days after. I had a feeling, because my families were very close, we share everything. I mean, we can drink from the same cup, so it's just kind of a no-brainer. I wasn't surprised when I found out that we all had it. I know I just took a shower, but I have to put my hair up because I'm sweating already. Normally, the way things work here with quarantine is that you go to the government quarantine site, which happens to be different hotels on island. So my brother and my father got put up at one of the hotels, but it's so widespread that by the time we got tested, I think there was new protocol. One of the ladies there that was getting tested along with us, it's this tent that they set up outside, and she was saying that she worked at the quarantine site and that there was going to be new protocols coming up. But I already had a doctor's note that should I test positive, if I could be home quarantine. I know some of you guys are thinking, wait, home quarantine is not the norm? No. If you are found positive, you get put up at the government quarantine at one of the hotels. I know some people are probably thinking, hotel? Like, yeah. But, you know, when you're separated from your family, 10 days in a hotel doesn't seem all that fun. It's not like you can go out to the swimming pool and, you know, buffet. They do feed you all 3 meals, but still, you know, you don't get to see your family. I know home quarantine was always like, that was what people wanted, but it really wasn't an option. Ooh, the light just went really dark. Where did the sun go? So my father and brother got put up at government quarantine because we hadn't been tested. 2 days after, my mom started experiencing some symptoms, but like very mild, but we just wanted to make sure because my brother and my dad had tested positive. So the rest of the family decided to go get tested. It was around, we got there about 9, didn't leave till closer to 1 because my brother had to be tested twice. But we ended up finding out all of us had tested positive. But because my mom and I had medical requests to home quarantine, we got released back to our house. And I understand how like fortunate we are that, you know, it sucks that we have COVID, but at the same time, we got it when we were all fully vaccinated, and majority of us got boosters. I haven't gotten my booster because I'm not quite at that 6-month time frame for Pfizer. But in addition to that, we were able to avail all of us. No, my youngest brother didn't because he was asymptomatic. But the rest of us were able to avail from monoclonal antibodies. It sucks, yes, but at the same time, you know, we were able to get all of those things to kind of boost the system, aid the body to just kind of fight it off. It felt like for most of the people in my family, it was just a common cold. In terms of my symptoms, it made my sinus flare up, So it was just really irritating my nose. But as far as like actual symptoms, I had a very, very mild cough. And I mean that because I wouldn't be coughing the whole day. It was just like bouts here and there of it. I did lose a little bit of smell and taste, but it was like 2 days and then I started getting it back. Like right now, I think it's day 4 or 5, and like I taste and smell everything. And I know this because when I lost my smell, my sinus was like gone. The problems, the issues that I have, because my type of rhinitis is it's stimulated by the environment. So whether the weather's changing, scents really affected me. And because I couldn't smell anything, nothing was affecting me. So I wasn't sneezing whatsoever. And then when I started getting my smell back, the sneezing came on again. So, you know, pick your battles at this point. But yes, I know how fortunate I am. I think I need to pick up my eyeshadow palette first. I want to go with this. I guess I should preface that my experience is not, it's fact to me because it's exactly what happens. I'm not trying to change things up. It's not about the way I feel about something. It's literally what happened. But I do realize that it is a case-by-case scenario, and I'm only telling you the story of what I've been through. So this is more of a story time than it is like me trying to spit out facts, you know? I think that's important to recognize as we talk about this. So as far as symptoms, that's what I felt. There was this weird experience though. One of those days that I felt the most sick, I don't even want to call it that, but when I felt the symptoms the most, on one of those days, I was trying to do a lot. Mind you, my brother, my dad aren't here. I have to help with my mom, do house stuff. I had gone outside to do the laundry. I don't know how to explain it, but basically the weather and what I was doing, I started to get like a little shiver, and I've never experienced this before. It's basically like you get chills and then you eventually just sweat it out. An hour and a half this happened. So I felt it coming on, the shivers, and then I just started sweating profusely, like it was just coming out of my system. My mom was pretty upset because what I did was not what she would have wanted me to do, but I was really just trying to get stuff done at that house, you know? But within an hour and a half, I was like fine again. And so I decided I was just gonna be a little bit more easy on myself and not try to do too much all at once. I was literally about to wash everything in the house. A lot of vitamin C, Tylenol. It seems like Tylenol is what a lot of people are recommending. The doctors, the nurses were all like, do you have Tylenol at home? Tylenol. And I think it's because they worry a lot about having a fever. But I mean, my family and I, we check every day and we don't have fevers. Never had a fever, with the exception of my hour and a half dilemma. My father had it the first day, but that's it. He too was fine in a couple hours. So gosh, I talked to my mom a lot about this, but just like, you can't help but feel for these frontliners, man. God, the stuff they go through, it is ridiculous. If you think waiting in line to be seen is difficult, like imagine having to do that every freaking day. Unbelievable, the patience and empathy these guys have. Some people are just, sorry, I'm gonna say a bad word. I usually censor myself and try to stop, but man, there are just some assholes out there, you know what I mean? There's this guy that threw a little bit of a tantrum because he couldn't go in to see his relative, I believe, who was being hospitalized. First of all, it's already past visiting hours. Don't be a jerk. There was a sign at the door before you decided to come in. The cashier does not need your sass. And then the cashier was trying to accommodate him, like, you can call someone to come out and you can talk to them. And he was like, no, blah, 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 blah. Jerk. I've been keeping track of every person that has assisted me, both at the hospital, as well as, not me, my whole family actually, at the hospital, as well as the task force team. And the task force is basically people that handle the COVID stuff. Once I'm out of this quarantine business, I'm gonna start trying to figure out how to put together like a thank you package, even if it's just like dinner. Bring dinner to them, hot meal. I know everyone's experience is different, but I have felt nothing but like really taken care of. But we were able to get tested, we were able to be given medication, our vitals were checked, we were cleared, and that at the end of the day, that's all that matters, you know? We were able to get the services that we were hoping to get. I think sometimes we forget that this is an effort on everyone's end. These people are being spread thin, and so if the best thing that I can offer them is to just be patient, then damn it, I'm gonna be patient, you know? But that's it. So I'm on 10 days of home quarantine, and I am currently on day, I think today's day 9. I think they're a little too trusty because they could be checking on people some more. I'm not worried about my family, but I am worried that some people are just like, no one's checking on us. I'll just get on out of here with my damn COVID. Bastards. It's very common that you see people who are in quarantine, whether it's because they've flown home or because they've tested positive. Like, you always see your extended family coming and like giving you food, whatever, dropping off medications. I'm grateful for that. That we're a small enough community where if your family isn't feeling well, has COVID, whatever, you're able to just give to them, you know? It's not like you're states apart and can't help them. You're literally like 10 minutes away. Oh my gosh, it's weird having makeup on. I'm just gonna do mascara because I'm gonna throw this out. It's dead. So that is my life right now. Still in quarantine, just about ready to fly out of the nest. Yesterday when I washed all of my brushes, my these types of brushes, the face ones, I was dying. When you get into the thick of it and you feel like you've done like really good and you see how many's left and you're like, damn, I didn't even scratch the surface. I'm so tempted to buy some stuff, but I don't know if it's because like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck here and I have nothing else to do. So I'm really waiting it out. I'm probably gonna tell myself, Annabelle, you deserve this. You just have gone through a really tough time. You made it through. But the reality is like, Annabelle, you crazy ass girl. This is not the time to be spending money. Oh, I forgot to say. So, you know, I told you my brother and my dad were put up at the government quarantine. Well, when we tested positive, I had given the task force a call. And I was like, look, my whole family tested positive. Are we able to home quarantine together? It just makes sense, you know, to be able to take care of each other. And we weren't experiencing symptoms, and so we were granted that. So we've been quarantining now together, which is good. We haven't killed each other yet. So on a different note, guys, so recently Miss Universe, if you guys follow, if not, then thank you guys so much for joining me and talking about my COVID experience. But now we're gonna move on to Miss Universe, because what else was I supposed to be doing in quarantine but watching a whole bunch of stuff? I usually get into it when Miss Universe comes around. And so I had watched prelims. I had a feeling on who I was feeling. And so my top 3 picks after prelims were Miss USA, Miss India, and Miss Paraguay. I usually have Paraguay. 2 of my 3 made it to the final 3. 2 were the last. They were the ones holding their hands, seeing who was going to be crowned. I was on this year. Annabelle was on Miss Universe this year. What I was thinking is Miss Paraguay was going to win. I usually go for someone that has just a little bit of spunk, and I feel like Miss Paraguay had that up. in comparison to the other two in the top 3. Now, I love Miss India. I think you just knew from the very beginning that she was someone special, hence why she was in my top 3. But I really thought Paraguay was going to win. Paraguay. If you're from there, correct me. I was telling my mom, I was like, man, I was on it this year. Mom. Thank you. I swear to God, I'm gonna open this window and I'm gonna use some other bad words. Kick your butt. Can you please stop? Put the hair down, let it dry, and thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. It's not exactly how I thought coming back would be, but it is what it is. I've accepted it and I'm trying to just be positive and get over it and move on. I do have video ideas coming up, listed, ready to film, so when I'm able to just get everything back to a more normal way of life, I'll get to filming those and uploading hopefully 2 times a week. That's my goal. So thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. Until the next one, I hope you all are doing well, taking great care of yourselves. I will see you all next time. Bye guys.